For this next piece of the problem, we're going to do something a little different. So we're going to just do this one in Excel. We're going to find the payment on the problem. So this is still an annuity problem. We're wording it a little bit differently here. Uh, the young man is still saving for college. He needs $10,000 for his tuition in 7 years. But instead now we want to know how much he would need to deposit each year in order to have that amount in 7 years. So if you'll recall in the previous problem, he needed the 10,000 for tuition. He was going to be depositing $250 each year, but he only would save in the 5-year time around $1,400. Now, if he needs the 10,000 in the future, how much would that deposit need to be in order to save up $10,000 in a 7-year time period? So let's take a look. And we've been given the future value amount this time. We've been given the interest rate. And we've been given the time period. So I wanted to show you a couple of things in this problem. I want to introduce using other variables. So this time we're going to be finding the payment in Excel. So we're going to put in our 10,000 here, our interest rate, which is 8%. Our time period this time is 7 years. And this time we're going to be looking for the payment. So this is still just as easy as the other ones were in Excel. You're just going to pull out that variable. So we're going to go to our function wizard. And this time we're going to be looking for payment. And we're going to click go. And here it is right here in the list. We're going to choose payment and click OK. And we're going to see our same similar variables up here. We're going to click through. Here's our rate. Here's our number of periods. Here is our future value. Remember, you have to put this in as a negative. And it's going to tell us what our payments are. So we would have to deposit each year $1,120 in order to have $10,000 by the end of the 7-year period. Okay, so I wanted to show you something else and to start introducing you to the idea of compounding. So up till now, we've been talking about annual compounding. So I wanted to introduce you to the concept of compounding in other terms. So if we were to do semi-annual compounding, in other words, the compounding would be done twice a year instead of annually in this problem, then what would our payment need to be? So let's put in our same terms here and our same rate and our same periods. And then we would find out what our payment needs to be. So let's go ahead and click right here. And we're going to use the same variable here. And we're going to do the same process here, except we're going to make 2 adjustments. So we're going to click on our rate, and we want to divide it by the number of compounding periods. And in this case, it would be 2 because it's semi-annual. And then for our number of periods, we're going to click on our number of periods and multiply it by the number of compounding periods, which in this case would be 2. And then here we're going to put in our negative and put in our 10,000 again and click OK. So in this case, we would need payments of $546 twice a year for the 7 years in order to have the 10,000. Okay, so we can go on and we can do lots of different scenarios here. So let's do a monthly payment. And let's pull the same wizard back up. Click on payment again. And we're going to do the same scenario here. We're going to go to, oh, I got to put my variables back in there. Sorry about that. 8%, 7, and payment here. Okay, so we're going to click on payment and we're going to go to rate. This time we're going to divide, if you guessed by 12, you are correct. And because there are 12 months. And for number of periods, we're going to click on the 7 and we're going to multiply by 12. And then we're going to come down to future value and we're going to put in a negative and put in, click on our 10,000 and click OK. So now if you can see here, we would really only have to be saving $89.20 per month for the 7 years if we were earning 8% in order to have $10,000. So if we were getting monthly compounding on our money, you can see that that's really not that bad. So compounding has a very big effect on the time value of money because it means that you are getting a better return on your investment because the compounding is happening in more periods. So you want to pay attention to the compounding on your money and you want to pay attention to the rate on your money. So those are two very important points. Okay, so we're going to talk more about compounding in a future video, but I wanted to go ahead and introduce you to that concept here.